Hey guys, this is my trade review for January 14th. Today was a pretty rough day for me. I had a lot of FOMO today, a lot of unsat trades, so I'll go over them right now. CGC, I took two trades into this. So the first trade I took, CGC was on its fourth day of momentum, and it's the third day of momentum. No, this is the fourth day of momentum. And I'm thinking, okay, CGC, I don't know how much more we can go. We had a big wick previous day, so I'm thinking today would either be a reversal or range day. So I wanted to find an area to get short CGC. So the first area that I was thinking to get short was this 8 8 38.90 39 level. And so at market open we got and kind of tapped that, and we're making this big wick here. So I was thinking this might be resistance, and we're not going to trade lower. So I took a short here. This is actually not a play in my playbook. I shouldn't be shorting this randomly. So I ended up getting stopped out. So yeah, not a good trade there. Second trade I took was a pretty good trade. So we had this nice consolidation pattern. CGC is looking weak on the tape. We're trading below VWAP. And then when we break 38 on very high volume compared to the rest of the volume throughout the day, I got short right at the 38 break. And this was a momentum trade, so I covered when the tape got slower. I caught a good 20 cents on this trade, and pretty good size. And then I'm thinking, okay, we had this big volume break up through with consolidation, nice orderly volume. If we can break 38, if we can retest 38, I think we can trade lower. So my plan was to take one tier as close to 38 as possible, and then take another tier when this trend line here breaks. So I ended up taking bites into this short. This was going to be a intraday swing trade, but 38 didn't hold and ended up stopping out. That's this point I stopped watching CGC. So fills for that. So here's my first market open short. Not a good trade here. Second short, break of 38, took a bite, momentum, nice cover, and then started taking small bites into the 38 retest on one tier, and I ended up stopping on that trade. So not bad. Shouldn't have took that first trade. Next trade I took was on PCG. This one was a big mess for me. I took two trades into the stock. So in my game plan, I wanted to short PCG into resistance. I thought the bankruptcy news was pretty significant, and usually when stocks get bankruptcy, that equals zero. So there was no limit to where support can be. So I wanted to short this thing. And so what I wanted to do was look for levels of resistance to short into. So the level I was looking at was on 942, and we can see that we had a wick and traded below it, and then we have a couple wicks over here, and this was the swing low here. So I'm thinking 942 is the level to get short. So when we tap that level right here, I'm thinking, okay, this is it. After we break a trend line here, I'm gonna take a short. So I took a short into this area, and obviously we got above. We wicked above 942. I had a really tight stop right above 942. And what ended up happening was 950 ended up being the true resistance. It's the low here. We kind of wicked through it, but got above it. And 950 is a half number. Half and whole numbers are usually more reliable as support and resistance. So I should have let myself get stopped out above 950 because we're so close to it. My stop was way too tight. So, and then we ended up trading lower, hitting my target at 890. So at this point, when I was watching this, I was kind of pissed off. I went into this pretty big size, so um, I got I I lost around 1.5 R on this trade. So at this point, yeah, I'm pretty FOMO'd out. I started taking weird ass trades. So first trade I took, or next trade I took on PCG was this big wedge pattern. Usually for wedge patterns, I want to see an impulse move, intraday followed by a consolidation pattern. The consolidation pattern itself was very nice, very orderly volume, nice volume break, or nice volume spike into the break. But the fact that we don't have an impulse move here, this shouldn't be a pattern I would be trading. So I ended up taking shorts into here, and I had a target of 860 and we didn't hit that, and so I got stopped out on this trade. So fills for that. Let's see. So yeah, PCG. This was my first trade, trying to short into 942. I got stopped out, and then tried to get short in here and stopped out. So not a great trade. Okay, next trade was Yeti. So today I overtraded. I usually don't trade more than 2 stocks. Today I traded 4 stocks multiple times. So yeah, this is me just trying to make my money back from that PCG loss, which I shouldn't be thinking about that. I should be thinking about getting the next good trade and following my process. So Yeti was another stock that I missed a nice consolidation pattern. This is one of my favorite patterns, where we have a market open, consolidation on a support level of support, and we break it. And I missed this, so I was really pissed off. I was like, oh man, I'm missing everything today. I'm not watching the markets. So after this, so my game plan, I wanted to, if PC or Yeti broke down, I wanted to buy into support at 1750, and so I also missed that trade. We had there was a nice orderly downtrend here, and I probably would have taken a long into here. So I found another excuse to get long. There was this wedge pattern here, not a nice wedge pattern, but just a wedge pattern here, and I took the break of this wedge pattern when we had the volume spike. Another rule in my playbook is not to take wedge pattern, consolidation patterns within the range of a stock. So this is the range of the stock. Usually for wedge patterns, you want to see new highs or new lows. Those are the best types of wedge patterns. So although this would have been a nice trade, my target was at 1850. I probably wouldn't have gotten it. So I ended up stopping out early on this trade because I knew this was not a playbook trade. I missed this trade, but at that point I should have let it go. So this was a almost break-even trade for me. Took long at that break and stopped out for pretty much break-even. Last trade was BBBY, bed body and beyond. So yeah, this was another weird consolidation pattern, wedge pattern I took. It seems like when I get FOMO, I like to take wedge patterns. I don't know if that's a pattern in itself, but this pattern, although, so the BBY was pretty strong today, along with SPY, and this would have been a nice wedge pattern if it had confirmed, but there was no confirmation. So to me, confirmation is a big volume spike followed by a quick move away from this trend line. That's not what happened. So when we broke this trend line here, I got long, but look at the volume. The volume is there's no significant volume coming into the stock, so this shouldn't be a good pattern to trade. So I ended up again stopping out early because I knew this is not a good pattern. Volume is not coming in, and I shouldn't be playing this stop. So fills for that. See how it took longs into here. I actually took another long here, but stopped out early. Alright, so that's it for today. Lots of FOMO. Really disappointed for today. I think I'm down like 2.5 hour today, so pretty big down day for me today. Yeah, tomorrow coming in stronger. Yeah, follow my process. Don't think about the money. Think about process and getting good trades.